A lot of people think you can't sell options and run the wheel strategy, even with a small $1,500 account, but I beg to differ. I think that you, starting with a $1,500 account, is the smartest thing you can do. Whether you're running with a $1,500 account or a $15 million account, right, the rules stay the same. And in today's video, I'm going to show you some of my favorite stocks that are all under $15 that I've personally traded for the wheel strategy. And if you drop a comment down below in today's video, I'll also send you my small account starter kit, perfect for those of you with those smaller accounts. But like I said, guys, I don't think, even with a $1,500 account, I think that's the smartest thing you can do as a new option seller, or just getting your feet wet with the wheel strategy, or if somebody you've been scarred with day trading and stuff like that. You're going to build really good habits. You build good habits with a small account. As your account grows to 15 million accounts, right, you're going to have so much more confidence. And that's what this channel is all about: education, building your confidence, even when you are a smaller account. Everybody started. Nobody's just going out there running selling options on six figures if they've never done it before. And if you are, you're setting yourself up for failure. Whenever I teach this to my friends, my family members, I always tell them, start small. Like, whatever you can stand to lose, whatever that means for you. But I'm going to show you guys how you can get your feet wet. I'm going to show you personally how I got my feet wet with a stock with a very small account when I was getting started. So let's go over the show. So I'm here on arkpicks.com right now. This is a tool that I built for this entire strategy to give me my top setups on my personal watch list every single day. Now, I want to show you guys a couple ways that I look at setup. So I'm going to quickly just go over to American Airlines. This is one of my absolute favorite wheel strategy stocks, AAL and Ford. These are two of my absolute favorite ones. And as you'll notice, both of these are below $15. This is important, and in just a moment, I'll explain that to you, okay? So, which one would I personally pick? This is me, not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. You will lose money listening to me. Me, personally, I like to go after stocks that pay a dividend, because in this strategy, the worst thing that can happen to you is that you are stuck holding a stock, right, for longer than you wanted. That's what can happen. So, number one is we need to make sure that we fundamentally believe in whichever stock that we are picking. For me, I like Ford a little bit better. Why? Because we have a nice juicy dividend, right? A nice 4.42% dividend payment on this stock. Plus, it is budget friendly, in my opinion, to kind of have a training wheel stock, so to speak. Even though it's not, I don't think it's a training wheel. I still will actively, when this thing is set up nicely, I will trade it. The next thing I look at, after I believe in the fundamentals of the company, I believe in it long term, I don't mind holding it. The next thing I'm looking at is, where are the technicals? A lot of people I found in this industry, they love jumping into technical analysis. They love drawing on the Picassos, right? They love drawing on the candlesticks and the wikis and doing all their nonsense and giving themselves a false sense of confidence. That is ridiculous. You don't need all this nonsense, in my personal opinion, at least the way I trade. I don't trade full time. That sounds like a place I don't ever want to go to, but I love being invested in the markets. I maybe spend a couple hours a week, 15 minutes a day, looking at my active positions if I can close them out early and stuff like that. This is not something designed for be a full-time job, in my opinion. Now, eventually, in my retirement years, I will be doing this full-time, but right now, I just love to do this, like, I guess, as a side hustle? I don't know. Whatever. But I go look at the technicals next. Now, I like to look at it in plain Jane. Now, we can go over to the chart, and I can share with you all the indicators, but this gets intimidating right now. This is a little bit intimidating for you. I have many other videos and the Ark Options workshop down below that I do recommend you watch after today's video that goes into all of the technicals and how I set all this kind of stuff up. But this is what matters, okay? What is our RSI at? RSI tells you how overbought or oversold a company is. If it's at 50, that's middle. If it's below 50, we're starting to kind of get into oversold. Below 30, we're oversold. People are pouring out of this thing. And when people are pouring out, stocks go down. If it's above 70, people are pouring in. They love it. They love buying it. Something happened. Let me show you specifically how this looks like, right? So here I am, just let me just go to all my watch lists here on ArkPicks. I'll just sort here real quick by RSI. Look at J&J, one of my absolute favorites. RSI 81. I don't need to know anything else about this stock before I even I'm not even going to look at it, but I can tell you right now, just from just seeing what the RSI is, I can almost tell you what the chart's going to look like. The stock is going to be blown over its top Bollinger Band or really close to it. Okay, so let's take a look here if I'm correct. Boom, we're right at it, right at the top Bollinger Band. Heavily overbought, right? This is an overbought setup. People are pouring into it. Something's going on, sector rotation, but people are pouring into it, and we could see that, okay? So when a stock is going up, that is usually a time that we like to sell a covered call. More on that in just a moment. When a stock is going down, people are freaking out. Something bad's happened, right? And I can tell you that on the chart. Let's look at this. PayPal, 19 on the RSI. I can tell you exactly I don't need to even look at the chart. I can immediately know what's happening here. Now, I do think looking at charts is still important, but I'm getting the information I need. The stock is going to be below its bottom Bollinger Band area or really close to its bottom Bollinger Band. Let's take a look if I'm anywhere near it. Boom. Well below its bottom Bollinger Band and kind of seeing some kind of support here around that 40-ish level. PayPal's getting beat up. So how do we play this? Well, if going back to Ford, I'm going to go back to Ford here, and we're seeing, okay, well, we're at the mid band. We're at 47. We're kind of neutral. We're really not doing much here. The stock's right at its 50-day moving average. It's slightly above its 300-day moving average. Our trade setup idea, obviously not financial advice. Ark Picks is just an educational tool. We're getting about a 2.5% return on our collateral on the 13s. Okay, the 13s are still above the 2 and 300. Is it the best setup? No, I'll be honest with you. It's not the best setup. And the thing is, as an option seller, oftentimes we can't wait for the best setups depending on what our budget are going to be. But when I come into the chart here right now, I can see that we have been around this level for quite a bit of time, especially over the last 3 months. We really haven't had a best setup here where we are extremely oversold. There were a few times where we were overbought here, right, working towards the top Bollinger Band, right? But there's not been one where we're towards the bottom. Does that mean it can't happen? Of course it can. Everything has peaks and valleys. This is the stock market, baby. But with that said, let's go take a look over here. For here, if I'm really just like, hey, I have this $1,500. I just want to get into something and I want to see, this wouldn't be a terrible setup still. We're still below the mid band area. We're below that and we're close enough to the 2 and 300-day moving average. And for the sake of having an educational example here today, we'll show it. So here on ArkPicks, we do give the full trade idea, but I'm going to show you guys, if you're not using ArkPicks.com, how to actually do this stuff for yourself, plus give you the resources that you need. So we'll go over to our Robinhood and we're just going to type in Ford, whatever brokerage you're using. Just make sure you're approved for options trading. And then we're going to go to the trade options section. Now, the first thing we have to do is we have to sell a put, right? If selling a put, we're saying we're willing to buy 100 shares at a certain date and on a certain price. So we'll go out. I like to, especially as a beginner, 30 days. This gives us enough time. We don't need something to happen, right? If we go and do like the 2 DTE stuff or 7 DTE stuff, this is where you're like, these options buyers, we're not options buyers, we're collecting their poker chips. Not that weeklies are bad, they are, it's just there's more management involved. I would save that for later after you've been running the strategy for like a year successfully and you've been in a bunch of different positions. Because this is one of those strategies where it can be as involved as you want or as passive as you want. It really be like that, okay? So coming down here, now I'm seeing, where do I want to buy it? Well, I already said I'd want the 13s. We're collecting, about $31. We'll say $33 of premium on the 13s. Okay, so let's go to our cash secured put calculator. I'll say we're collecting, what do you say, 33? Yeah, we'll say $33 of premium between the bid and ask. We're locking up $1,300 of our $1,500 budget, and we're getting a 2.54% return on our collateral, right? Pretty much exactly what the trade idea is showing here on Ark Picks, okay? But let's talk about the risk. Obviously, this is giving us a decent premium. Some of you might be like, Pete, you're locking up $1,300 for $33? Yes, I freaking am. These are strategies that I deploy because look at this return on my collateral in a 30-day period. 33 divided by $1,300 is 2.54. While you, specifically, I'm speaking to you options buyers and you day traders, you'll take this $1,300 and literally you will actually think in your mind that you have a shot in hell to go turn this $1,300 into like $1 million or 10 grand in a month. You're nuts. Go look at the stats. I'm not here to coddle you. I look at statistics. Where are the chances that I have the most chance of being successful and not losing my capital? Okay. This strategy, I literally learned this from, well, not directly from Warren Buffett. I wish. But when I learned that Warren Buffett was doing this on Coca-Cola in like the 90s, it completely shifted my mindset on the market when he was selling puts on Coke and collected like almost $8 million just of premium. He never even bought the stock. He just collected, a premium for saying he would maybe buy Coke. This is the strategy. The more money you have, welcome to the world, folks. The more money you have, the more money you make. Welcome to it, okay? I'm happy to have you here. So, for example, one options contract is equal to 100 shares, but if I do 10 options contracts, right? That's going to be locking up over that $10,000. Then we're starting to collect a lot more premium. So understand, this strategy does require capital. This is the way it works. But even if you have a small account, I think it's worth it because you're building actual good habits. I will challenge you. I will challenge you. I bet you if you took the same $1,300 and went and did some options buying strategies over the course of a year, you will lose that money. You will lose that money, and it will go to people like me who are selling options where we're kind of setting the terms of a trade for ourselves, right? While somebody else who's just trying to buy those lottery tickets. I always like to use this example of being a house in a casino, right? That casino always wins, right? They do, right? But once in a while, one of those degenerate gamblers, they strike it big and win millions. Sure, we account for that. I'm not saying selling options doesn't come without its risk. Of course it does. Everything does. But at least we know what those risks are. So let's talk about the cash secured put. What is the big risk here? Well, let's say the 13th rolls around and Ford is trading above $13, trading at, $13.66 though. Cool. Our $1,300, we're not buying the stocks. We run the play for the following month, but this time we're not starting with 1,300. We're now starting with 1,333. And that we continue to snowball those efforts over time. Discipline, patience, compounding, the snowball effect. This is proper investing in my personal opinion. But the big risk here of this strategy is, let's say that if it drops under $13, let's say it's at 12, you are on the hook to still buy your shares at $13. So there is a possibility. That's why I always say do this on stocks that you believe in long-term, on good quality companies that usually have always come back and recovered. But that's all good because even if we get assigned those shares, we can still do something called covered calls on the back end where we sell them for a higher price and collect more premium. So click that first link in the description of today's video. That's going to take you to Ark Options Workshop, 90 minutes of training that covers this entire strategy in way more depth than the 10 minutes that I have here with you. So click that link, and at the end of it, I'm going to give you my 2 trade log premium calculators here completely for free. Keep yourself nice and organized, and my full trade log template, again, completely for free at the end of that training, guys. Click that first link. Remember, sell options, collect premiums, repeat. I'll see y'all tomorrow.